You had a couple of wins by decision. How satisfying was it to finally get that KO in the UFC?
Yeah, it was. I just kept telling myself it'll come, and then what better way to get it in Madison Square Garden?
Was that the last fight on your contract?
I had one more, but I re-signed.
You're about to go fight somebody. What's going through your mind, and how do you stay calm?
You can always know and think back like, well, I pushed so hard this camp. I took care of what I could on my end. Now we just go out there and scrap.
If I'm thinking about my opponent, I look for him, see his energy, see his mannerisms, and then I just see a man.
Knockout of the night in Madison Square Garden. How do you still stay hungry to continue for more?
The more grateful you are for things, I feel like you attract more good things. So once I'm done celebrating that win, I like box it up, I like put it on the mantelpiece. Thank you. I like look at it, I'm like, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. And then I sit down and I think, let's do that on the main card next time.
Roberto, so I mean, I'll just explain, like, I'm in Germany helping Roberto Soldic train for a ONE FC fight on February 20th. And so he'll fight around 9 o'clock at night or something like that. So we've been training at 9. Like, we'll spar at like 9. We'll show up to the gym at like 9 p.m. and we won't start sparring till like 9:20. And then we're not done till like almost 11, you know?
Yeah.
And like everything like is taking forever here. Like we all like will wait around after we all like take a shower, you know what I mean? Like we all like shower separately and like kind of wait for everybody to do everything, and then we go eat. So it's like, you know, when you're waiting,
you guys
on 8,
shower
9
separately?
I was waiting,
bro. I said that because I realized what showering me. Oh, we all shower. How that was gonna sound. So, Mason, shut up, bro. And
where's your team spirit, bro? You gotta shower together.
Anyways, so we what I'm getting at is when you're trying to get 10 people to do the same thing, it takes a while, you know.
10 dudes, and then let alone 10 fighters. I can't imagine what a nightmare that must be.
It's a nightmare, because then one person's ready, or everyone's ready, and then one person has to do this, and then while that person's doing something, then somebody else starts doing something, and they're like, oh wait, hold on, you know. Yeah. So, but it's been badass, bro. But while I've been here, and I feel like this is a perfect opening, I've been training with actually the guys I'm staying with right now. One is Ian Surdu. He's actually right over there in the room too. I'll flip the camera on him later, but he is the Octagon 170-pound champion, and he was the 185-pound champion too. But he's fighting in the Tip Sport tournament starting in April, and he's the man. He's a stud. I've trained with him a lot, or I've trained with him a little bit since I've been here, and he's a beast. He is Romanian, but trains in Poland, but he's here. He's managed by the same guys as Roberto and the UFD gym guys, and he's here training. And then also who we have right now backstage, Oban Elliott, who's now 3-0 in the UFC. And he's coming off of a knockout in Madison Square Garden in the Performance of the Night bonus. And he is a guy from Wales. He's actually my Welsh brother. The Winn name derives from Welsh. So, we're going to have him on as a guest today. And I feel like it would be a good time to have him on as a guest. And we'll get him in here, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
There he goes.
Yes, boys. Am I in?
Yeah.
What's happening, boys? How are we?
There's my boys, isn't it?
What's happening? What's happening?
Nice
Deron's a real Welshman, boys. He's a real Welshman.
Darren.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
a shame you can't play pool, though, boys.
Bro, they all, yeah, right. I'm the fucking champ at pool. I beat them at pool. Hey, but no. Oh yeah, they call me Deron.
Everyone
bro.
calls you Deron.
Mason, you like that?
Deron.
I love that. And you don't put them in their place?
No, because everybody, it's hard enough to get people in America to say my name right. More or less people from every other country, bro. So it's just like, whatever, bro. Dead on. Deron, da-da. I mean, just everybody says it differently, bro. We have like 10 different countries here, and everybody says it differently. So I'm just like, whatever, bro.
Hey, my question is, how do all these different people from different areas end up in Germany? It's like so random.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. Yeah, so we got Paulo Costa out here,
and
right
Gegard Mousasi's there, right?
Gegard Mousasi was here. He came. He came.
All these people are there.
Yeah. Bro, well, the one day I'm telling you, Andrew, it was crazy, bro. Like Gegard showed up, and then they said that Derridier kid was about to show up too.
Oh yeah.
I think he canceled last minute, so it was like me, Oban, Mousasi, Ion Serdou, Paulo Costa, and and one of the most savage ones of the month, and Yuri, Roberto Soldic. Like we had savages in the room, bro. And then we have this other dude, Ahmed. I forget it. I don't know how to say his last name, but he's about to fight in the last man standing glory kickboxing 32-man tournament. This heavyweight from Croatia, and he's a monster, bro.
Dude, so then Oban, what made you travel all the way out there, and like what was the draw? And like again, this does seem like a pretty unique opportunity to have so many fighters in one spot that not anybody, at least that I know of, is from the area. So you all traveled. What drew you to Germany?
Well, I think I might have had the same, what's he doing? All right. I think I might have had the same message as the other boys. I got a message off the UFD gym Insta page. Do I want to help in the camp of Roberto Soldic? And obviously when I looked at it, I thought, like, it all seemed a bit too good to be true. I replied, I said, yeah, because I left my passport on the fucking plane on the way back from New York. So I had to get my passport sorted. And then once I got that sorted, I said, is the offer still there? And then they said, yeah, WhatsApp me. And then, yeah, just everything seemed like so easy. And he said, send me, Tommy said, send me your passport and I'll book you the flights. And I was thinking, is this actually fucking happening? Like, and then he booked the flights, and then Ivan picked me up, Tommy's brother. They like managed the team, managed the full team at the gym, and yeah, straight into a camp with all these savages. It's amazing for me because Roberto especially is one of the best welterweights in the world, and obviously that's my weight class. So it's an amazing experience for me, just like training with him and all the boys that Deron.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, Deron mentioned. So it's fucking surreal. It's surreal. Like Paolo's here, obviously Ion Serdou's here. We fought the same opponent. Me and Ion, and yeah, fucking Mousasi. It's insane. It's such a professional setup. And as you say, like, who would have thought in Dusseldorf, Germany, you'd have a fucking setup like this? It's phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
And to go off that, it's like, honestly, I've been in combat sports for a long time, and I've trained with the best guys in the world for a long time, over and over again. And this is about as good as it gets as professionalism, and like a couple guys who are promising everything to you and following up with it. Like,
yeah,
like Ivan is like, hey, you need this, no problem. And like everything you say, they're like, no problem, brother. Like Ivan, he's this crazy guy, but he's like, no problem. I could do anything here. I could do anything.
Easy, brother. No problem.
So are you?
No problem.
Oban, are you there like kind of as a paid sparring partner?
Yeah, with the boys. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So is the camp so good that you're almost considering like, oh man, maybe I should just move here and do my full-time training here?
It's 100%, mate, and I'll definitely be. Like, I spoke to him. I didn't say it straight away, but from the first day, I remember thinking, this is a room, like, the level of, I don't think obviously it'll be like this every time, because obviously it's Roberto's camp, but if you take away all the extra boys, like they got Kirill Negru, he's 19 years old, world champion in the IMAF. So you got the level of boys,
which is like the amateur world international federation. So it's IMAAF, I think.
Yeah.
And he's the world champion of that.
Yeah, we got boys like that, and just to set the coaching, like each session is like, there's no fucking, there's literally no fucking around. There's no like the coach.
It's so hard, bro.
It's as professional as I've ever seen, as literally as I've ever seen a martial arts room. And
they actually offered for me to come out there as well, but
really,
yeah, when they offered me, I was just getting off like a 2-month trip. Where I was going through like New Zealand and Asia and all these places. And I didn't even have like a house. I just like moved into this place. All my stuff was in storage. And I was just like, there's no way I'm going to Germany for a month right now.
Yeah. I think Big Anton came in his place.
Yeah.
Do you know who Anton Mineneko is?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's Yuri's boy. He said he met you one time when you came to Vegas. He was helping Yuri for ADCCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Big Anton. Yeah, he's from Australia.
Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, that guy's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
he's good too, right? He's good.
Yeah. Well, I actually I haven't grabbed him yet since we've been here, but I've heard that he is good.
He's good. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, so I'd say this is as far as the world's concerned. I don't think you're getting a better setup than this, literally in the world. I don't think.
Yeah, and I like the resources too. Like, they have everything. They have physical therapists. They have a sauna. They take care of us. They've been feeding us. I mean, it's really like I can't even believe how good. Like you said, it was almost too good to be true. And it's all happening. Like it's unbelievable, really.
You finished training and Yvonne's like, brother, we got to eat. Food ready 1:45, brother. So we all, as we say, like obviously we fucking shower separately, but fucking we all get showered. And,
we already had this conversation.
We're waiting in the lobby, and then everybody gets up, goes to the apartment. The food's all been cooked. It's all fucking, all the plate, all the tables laid. It's like, it's insane.
It's weird. It's so weird that he had to specify that you shower separately, that now I feel like you guys are showering together. He's like, yeah, so then we all shower. Trust me, we shower separately. We shower separately.
Hey, this is a conversation me and Oban had before we get on. You're like, dude, you got to tell him that we shower separately, bro.
Don't tell him about the showering together. They're going to think
it honestly is fucking amazing. Yeah, amazing. I'm loving it.
We're having a good time.
Seems like it's like a super camp, right? Like you think about like super teams coming together to create like a really good, team. But barring resources being money and time and that sort of thing, do you guys think that like moving forward, this could potentially be like the blueprint for leveling up your MMA career, your grappling career, whatever it may be, of like calling and bringing in like, okay, we need this guy for this specific thing, as opposed to, we need this coach for this specific, discipline. Let's actually bring the best guy that we have access to this camp. And then, okay, this guy will bring this guy over here. Like, is this something that you guys think fighters will be doing moving forward? Or if I'm way off, maybe they're already doing this, but I've never heard of this sort of thing.
Here's the number one thing is we talk about is resources, right? To be able to do something like this, you have to have money. And because you have to, even if you're not paying the guys here, you still got to pay for their flight and their stay and their accommodations and stuff like that. And you only generally see like champion level fighters do this, or guys who are about to fight for the title. Something like, for me, I have experience with it because I have so much time and experience with DC. Right. So I watched him prepare for so many title fights, and he would bring in so many people. He'd have so many coaches around and people just surrounding him for greatness, But at the end of the day, everybody got cashed out. And with a guy like Roberto Soldic, who is a phenom, and I know he had the opportunity to sign with the UFC, but one offered him more money. And so they took the one, and he's actually the last guy to beat Dricus Duplessis. He knocked him out in KSW. And he has the money and resources to be able to hand pick all his partners and coaches from across the world.
It's insane.
And to be able to bring these guys
here. Is it all
here.
him that's funding it, like through his fight purses, or does he have like a big sponsor?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of him, his sponsors, and his managers, Tommy and Yvonne. And I don't know what their management company's called. Maybe it's UFD Management.
Yeah, UFD. Yeah,
UFD Management that's the gym out here, UFD. And I mean, they have a really successful gym out here, and I know that they probably use some of that for
like the membership from the gym.
The membership. I mean, they have really crazy amount of members, bro.
Yeah.
I think they have like 800 members here.
How can you explain the gym? It's like what's in America? What's like a public like
American top team, not
like a public gym like in the UK, it'll
like
be
a 24-hour fitness,
like Equinox.
Like so you walk in, you have a card, the scan in, you know what I mean? You've got your fucking vend like a cafe, vending machines. You've obviously got
they'll pull you an espresso.
Yeah,
they'll pull you a protein shake.
Yeah,
it's
just fucking yeah. It's like the UFC PI. It's actually a PI of this play. It's like a smaller version of the PI, and obviously it's independently fucking made by these boys. It's insane, and
you could tell they put a lot of money into the gym, into the production of the gym. The lights, like the light structures, it's not just regular lights. If you look up, it's like X lights, and it's like they have like the what do you call them, like the LED lights and shit like that.
Around the Octagon, it's like a fight. So it's like there's sponsors all over the cage. It's like the ring's got the same. It's fucking amazing here. It is amazing here.
It really is. It's a world class facility. No question about it.
So Oban, where do you do your training at normally?
In Wales with my. Do you know Shore MMA? Have you ever heard of them?
I haven't. No. I haven't.
No.
Is that Jack Shore's?
Yeah, Jack Shore. You got.
I've heard of Jack Shore. Yeah.
Jack Shore, Brett Johns, and Jack Marshman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that gym. It's by far the best gym in Wales. So, and I do my training there. I do bits with. I can't really say that. I got Renegade, the team Renegade. Do you know that gym?
No,
Leon Edwards. No, Leon Edwards.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, his gym. I used to go up there more, but I don't go up there as much. But I've got a sparring partner who comes down from there. He helps me out. But honestly, there's nothing wrong with saying this. There's nothing even close to what the setup is here. This is like an Ivan Drago camp where you watch. Do you know what I mean? It's like literally like night and day. Yeah. And it's not like I've got a bad setup at home, but at all I got a really good setup. But this is literally just.
And Roberto's Ivan Drago.
Yeah, Roberto's Ivan Drago for sure. Fucking 100%.
Yeah, and you do get to the point. Obviously, if you're from Wales, you get to the point where you're in the UFC. You're 3-0. You're going to start fighting top 10 guys soon.
Yeah.
And you might need to you might be at the point where you're kind of outgrowing your camp, right? But then you want to be loyal to your coaches at the same time.
Yeah. And this is just a perfect opportunity for me to like kind of test myself as well to make sure I have been doing the right things. You know, my skills. I feel like I've done well while I've been here. So. And hopefully, definitely a good relationship's been built here with the guys at UFD. So I'll 100% be back without a doubt. Like straight away, like they were saying, like when they come to, I asked Ivan, I just told him when he picked me up front. I said, "What made you fucking pick me? Like of all the people?" And he said, "You and Carlos Prates have the two best first years in the UFC." So. We picked you, I guess, because I'm closer, or probably because I'm a bit more well suited to Roberto's opponent, like well rounded, I guess. But like straight off the bat, like within a couple of days, they said, "Oh, if you ever fight Carlos, Roberto's perfect sparring." And Roberto was like, "Yes, brother, a good southpaw. You know, we'd be perfect training if I ever fought him." Like straight away, they're kind of offering their help back as soon as I get here. You know what I mean? Like just they're great people, all of them. I can't speak highly enough about any of them.
Yeah, I'm blown away by how I've been treated here. I really am.
Yeah. How's Yuri? Is Yuri running like your guys' jiu-jitsu sessions?
Yeah, he is. He just left today, I think, though.
Yeah, he had surgery already, or did he leave to get surgery?
He already had surgery, I think.
He already had it, right? Yeah.
A little while ago. When's the last time you talked to him?
I haven't. We send each other reels on Instagram. It doesn't it hasn't been getting too deep lately. The conversation. We just send each other the stupidest reels on Instagram.
Yeah, he just left. Yeah, he was running a couple workouts. He helped with the sparring, and he helped with like once a week or once or twice a week the jiu-jitsu grappling based workouts. And they love Yuri, but Yuri spent a lot of time out here. He's been familiar. He's been in this area a lot, and since like 2016, right?
Yeah, I know.
You would maybe know more than me, Mason.
He's been telling me about the UFD gym and the what they got going on, and trying to get me to come out too. I just hate traveling, bro. I'm so over traveling.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing for me. This was literally an hour flight. It's fucking perfect for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect for you. What about like when you fight? Like, have all of your fights been in the US?
My UFC fights. I've had two in the US and one in Manchester when Leon fought Bilal and Aspinall fought Blades. But yeah, I debuted in Anaheim and I just fought in New York. But yeah, I think I'm fighting in America. Well, I definitely am fighting in America next time. We're just waiting to hear back exactly where and who.
When you fight in the US, how early do you come? Do you do the travel?
They get us out there for the Monday. So Monday or maybe Sunday night we'll leave, but we go out for the Monday. And,
do you feel any difference in your performance? Because that's still like 6 days, even though it might sound like a lot to some people. Like, I know with the time difference, it takes people.
I feel good. I feel terrible coming back.
Yeah.
That I think it's because we go back in time. It's not too bad. You only really have like the first day where you're tired. For me, anyway, and then I acclimate pretty well. But when I come home, I'm stuck on American time for like 2 weeks. It feels like, but going there is no problem.
I competed in Polaris in Wales.
That would have done it. Yeah, you understand what I mean then. Yeah,
I felt awful, and I came earlier than everyone else too.
So if you flew from America and you flew maybe to China, is that on the map, or like that to like Thailand? You go backwards in time. Is that right or no?
I don't know.
Yeah, but if you fly back in time, it's really not that bad. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. It's really not that bad.
So I just wanted to just get right to UFC. What was it? 309. My bad. I had to look at my notes. You had a couple of wins by decision. How satisfying was it to finally get that KO in the UFC?
Yeah, it was. I was just so patient for it for a long time. Like I think I might have had like 6 decisions in a row. I think I did.
That's crazy.
I had 6 decisions in a row, but because it was before I had this like decision streak, I felt like in my first 6 fights I was rushing them. I rushed and I had 8 amateur fights, and 6 of them I finished in the first round within like the first minute. One of them went 4 rounds and the other went 2 rounds. So when I turned professional, I'd only had like fucking 5 minutes of experience, like, you know what I mean? Outside of a couple of, I had it, and then my first 3 professional fights were all first round finishes, and then I just had no like, I was doing well, but I had no cage time, and then that kind of caught up with me as I was just about to hit the top of Cage Warriors to the UFC. So then my next, like after that, I picked up a couple of losses. I went 4 wins, 2 losses. I just thought, right, I'm not rushing anything. I don't need to chase a fucking spectacular finish. Just fight your fight and just win, basically. Not chase the decision, but if I land a good shot and get him out of there, happy days. If not, just win the fight. Don't focus on getting a spectacular fucking performance to impress people, because that was kind of catching me out, as it turns out. You know what I mean? So. I just kept telling myself it'll come. I was due a fucking highlight reel one, and then what better way to get it in Madison Square Garden? Fucking unbelievable. I'm still not over it now. I can't
even imagine. Yeah. Did you and your corner think you guys were behind on the cards going into that 3rd round?
No, not at all. No, fucking. But I was. I know, I was
That's what
1-1. I was 1-1 and I was 2 down on Derek Cleary's cards. Fucking insane. Like, you're in the, you know, when you're in the fight, like, he didn't do fucking anything to me. You know what I mean? And I was 2 down. It's fucking insane. Like, the strikes, I'd landed like, I think I'd landed like 60 more strikes than him in total. Like 60, like over the course of the 2 rounds. He didn't get a takedown. He just fucking, he couldn't, his left leg was completely fucking cooked. Yet he was winning the fight. I was like, when I found that out, I couldn't believe it.
Or two, have you ever went to the, I used to do this all the time, bro. At least when I got to the UFC. But I'd go to the stool and it'd be like, am I winning? Like, because I have no fucking clue if I'm winning or not.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I kind of know. And you just kind of tell. And my coaches are honest with me. And they were both, well, all 3 of them were saying, you're doing great. Yeah, you're winning 100%. The commentary, DC and Joe Rogan, flat out said, yeah, he's up 2 rounds. My odds, I was like minus 810. The live odds were, so I was 100%. Yeah, I was up. Yeah, going into the 3rd. Yeah, but I was down on the fucking scorecard. So
yeah, that's so insane.
Thank God, I fucking knocked him out. Yeah.
And that was that the last fight on your contract, or did you have one more?
I had one more, but I re-signed a superseding deal. So
just
I'm
imagine
for 4 more.
Just imagine if these incompetent judges, how much money they could have cost you.
Oh,
right
fucking
before
hell.
Renegotiating your contract. If you let's say you just coasted and won the 3rd round, and then you end up losing the decision. I mean, that's going to cost you $100,000.
Yeah. At best, I would have won a fucking split. At best, if they said if I'd won the 3rd round, or maybe I dropped the 3rd round. Well, if I lost the 3rd round, I would have fucking lost. That's just fucking insane. He didn't do anything. But, you know, he's a good fighter, and but I don't know what they were looking at. I really don't. But it kind of, what you call it? Is it like a fucking wake-up call? Don't leave it to the judges? I don't know. Or maybe it's none of that, and Derek Cleary especially is a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
It's just we need to have competent judges, man.
Yeah, and do you know what would be good? If you have your fight, and then you go and speak to the judges after, like they come and like shake your hand and greet you. Hi, we just fucking potentially made or broke your career. Hello, nice to meet you. But you don't even get to see their fucking faces. And that Derek Cleary, I would have fucking hell, man. Fuck off, man. I would have fucking gone insane on him.
Don't say too much, because he might see this and then really fuck you next time.
Oh well, I said it on Ariel Helwani. It doesn't get worse than that. I said Derek Cleary, DC.
Yeah, but
cunt.
The difference is, you know, this show's a little bit bigger than Ariel Helwani.
Yeah, that's true. So, I'm only joking, Derek. But come on, innit, boys? Fuck me. Call it as it is.
Well, you know what's crazy about that too? It's like, depending on Derek O'Leary or whoever the fuck that is, so many split decisions are made by like what a certain guy sees, right? And it's like on any given day, or in a different state, or you know, a different shuffle of judges, they might have seen it your way. You know what I mean? So it's like 2 out of the 3 say you win or you lose, right? And it's like literally on the day, or like if you're in just another city, if you're in the neighboring city, if you're the state over, like there could have been a judge there who saw the same fight as the same guy who said you won, as opposed to 2 that says you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, the split is such a luck of the draw, bro. And I know people say, and this is the corniest shit ever, is, oh, don't leave it in the hands of judges. And it's like, yeah, until you fight one of the best fighters in the world, bro.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out there surviving, dog.
But I mean, yeah, and in the UFC, they're all fucking, there's no, like, they're all 50-50 fights. It's a game of inches. And if the decision making is that bad, like we're talking, we're not just saying like, yeah, I get it's the luck of the draw and that, but so the live odds are, you know, say I've become a massive favorite. You've got 2 of the most respected minds in the sport, Joe Rogan and DC, live on the commentary saying, yeah, this guy's definitely winning. And then you got some unknown judge you don't even know what he looks like. fucking checking your name. It's wrong. It's wrong.
What I do like now is like the commentators, depending on who it is, you're not depending on, it could be DC, it could be Paul Felder, it could be Dominic Cruz, it could be Joe. They will generally verbally express how they felt about the fight, or if the judging was wrong, or if it was right. Maybe
they're honest.
There used to be a day that it wasn't like that, but it's like now if somebody gets screwed, generally the commentators will express that. And if there's any justice in it, at least that's a little bit of justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd much rather want Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier to think I want to fight than Derek O'Leary and fucking Joe Schmo.
True.
So how about
then
this?
again, go on.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, like, Oban, did you catch the CJI? It was like the big jiu-jitsu event that Craig Jones put on.
No.
So they did basically, like, it was really innovative. They changed up jiu-jitsu totally. They did rounds like the UFC. They did like 3 5-minute rounds, and then they did an open scoring after each round. So they announced on the broadcast and like live in the arena, they put the judges' names and the scores for everyone to see.
That's brilliant. Yeah, Octagon, obviously Darren will vouch for that. We just went to the Octagon MMA, and it comes up at the end of the round, the score, and like the fighters can look up and see the screen, which is, why is that not in the UFC? I'll never know. It makes it, like there's like a pop from the crowd.
Yeah, it'll make it more exciting.
Like they're like in between, just before the before the next round, you hear the crowd go up or down for either their guys been scored around or not. It makes it a bit more of a spectacle, doesn't it?
And for the people watching at home too, like the casual viewers, it'll make it a little easier for them to follow along. And
then if I see I'm fucking 2 down going into the third, but I thought I was up, I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm 2 down, right? I've got to go for the kill. You know what I mean?
But then on the flip side, it's like you thought you were winning, but you still knocked the guy out in the third round because you were fighting your fight. So then imagine if you thought you were losing and then you started fighting careless or emotional, and then you maybe got clipped.
That's it. Yeah, true. So really, the only way to fix this is get decent judges, not like that fucking retard Derek fucking Cleary. That's it.
This boy does not like Derek Cleary.
Yeah, fuck it. That's we just gone round in circles there, and the only fucking the
common theme is fuck Derek Cleary.
Yeah, but I don't know. Go and judge a tennis game, Derek. Go and fucking score the fucking love or whatever the score is.
But you know what is the answer here, and we're starting to get it now with guys like I think Chris Lieben is doing it, or Frank Trick. I know Frank Trick's referee, but guys who
Chris Lieben
fight are judging the fights now.
Yeah, that'll change.
Chris Lieben is an actual certified MMA judge now.
Yeah,
and he's one of the OGs of the sport, one of the first Ultimate Fighter shows, maybe the first one ever, maybe first or second Ultimate Fighter show ever. And now you get guys like that judging the sport.
There's so many people, even just like super fans, like people that understand the sport, like these commissioners. I feel like they're like random government hired people that don't understand MMA.
Like, how do you sign up for that job?
Yeah, fuck knows. And how do we know they're not getting corrupted? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
We don't know. We don't. They could be getting.
Who's the lady? You guys know Adelaide Bird, right? Adelaide Bird is like notorious for being one of the worst judges. I think it was
in
Canelo
boxing too, right?
I think it was Canelo Mayweather when Mayweather schooled Canelo.
Yeah.
And all the bets came in for Mayweather by unanimous decision, right? So what does Adelaide Bird do? She scores it a draw. So that way it's not a unanimous decision. Everyone who bet Mayweather unanimous decision lost their bet. And Mayweather won a split decision.
Yeah.
Like that's 100% clearly corrupt. Clearly. Yeah. And she's still judging. And she judges the UFC as well.
Well, let's talk about this. Mason, did you watch Usman and Paul Hughes?
Oh, that's a bad one. Did you see it?
No.
Okay. Well,
it was what was it, PFL or Bellator?
It was PFL. It was the Bellator. PFL. It might have been Bellator's last show or something.
Was it the tournament like finals or the championship fight?
I think it was the first start of the tournament or the first fight of the tournament. And there is all right, let's just say this. I watched the fight with 8 people. 6 of them said Paul Hughes won. But they were in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, or was it Dubai, Saudi Arabia? One of those. And their Nurmagomedovs are very prevalent over there. That's their second home.
Oh yeah.
For a company like PFL, they need a champion like Usman Nurmagomedov, who has probably over 1 million followers on Instagram, who he had Habib, he had Islam in his corner, he had Javier in his corner. These are yes, here we go. Yeah, these are some of the biggest names in our sport right now. And for the PFL, for a marketing standpoint, they need those names at those fights, because who in the fuck knows who Paul Hughes coaches are? I'm sure, and I'll say this, I'm sure these guys are great guys. I'm sure they're great coaches, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in their region who know who they are. But there's a person in every single country in this world who knows who Habib Nurmagomedov is, who Islam Makhachev is, who Javier Mendez is, Usman Nurmagomedov is. So it's like, it you don't want it to turn into boxing, but like essentially that's why boxing has died to what it is today, to where nobody's making money, because they know that at the end of the day somebody's going to get screwed depending on who's the draw. But dude, it was actually mind-blowing for me to watch too, because obviously I was here cheering for Usman, and there was a couple of situations that I was like, holy shit, is he losing this fight, bro? And it's hard to not watch a fight like that biased. But he even
got a point took away.
Yeah, and he even got a point taken away
for what?
In the third, maybe.
And he because of repeated groin strikes. We're talking. So he would have had to win 4 rounds.
Yeah, nut shot. Something you're fucking sick at, Mason.
All right, man.
You like taking nut shots, huh?
I'll take a nut shot to get a little break when I'm in there, bro.
For sure, bro.
I'm just so tired.
Put the timer on, baby. But Usman took. It was interesting though, because it looked like Usman was getting tired. Hey, and how about this? Usman and Umar looked like they were getting tired in their fights. Was Usman and Umar overtrained? Did Coach Habib overtrain them? Love you, Habib. Coach Habib, I love you. But he is a very strict and difficult coach. And are we in the day and age that maybe we can't overtrain for these types of scenarios, because it's not giving your body enough time to recover for these gruesome 5-round fights to where you have to fight hard for 5 rounds? I mean, Umar and Merab, I mean, it was for sure the greatest fight of the year right now, but it was unbelievable pace that they were on. But Usman and Paul Hughes fucking scrapped too. But what's crazy is Merab and Paul Hughes didn't look tired. Usman and Umar, who I know for a fact trained their ass off, were tired.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see. It's interesting.
Yeah, they didn't look tired at all. Paul didn't either, like at all, did he?
Yeah. He didn't look tired at all. In it.
No, he didn't. He didn't. You're saying that
all day. I'm not saying it wrong, bro. I'm saying it right.
You are saying it wrong to the point now where I say that all the time, but now I'm starting to question how I'm fucking saying it.
He's saying
I'm already speaking in broken English because I'm out here.
Bro.
In it. Right. Time
Isn't
to
it?
Go now, innit?
Isn't it? It means like isn't.
Yeah,
it's
but
time to go, isn't it?
Boys, it's a good podcast, isn't it?
What else could it be?
It's
isn't it, bro?
Deron, you're getting fucking carried away with it now, bro.
No, it's more than that, bro. At least he uses it like it is.
It means it. Didn't even know what it fucking means.
He doesn't even know what it means. I asked him earlier today what it means. He doesn't even know what it means.
Isn't it? Yeah, it means.
Yeah, isn't it?
However I want.
It's time to go, isn't it?
Mason's a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It goes exactly like that.
No.
Mason's a fucking bitch.
Mason's a bitch, isn't he? Isn't he?
Isn't he? But you could still say in it.
But you can say in it. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. If you were from like London, Mason's. Yeah. Feel like a road man, yeah.
So Andrew, anyways, change the subject. What's been going on with you, Andrew Zaragoza?
Dude, just being stuck in my studio, trying to get my damn business off the ground. So you guys being a part of this right now, very grateful. So, but who cares about that? I want to ask about what's next for our guest because he's the star of the show right now.
You're too kind,
I wouldn't say.
Don't hype him up too much, innit?
Yeah, relax. Trust me. Trust me. Oban is very aware of who he is, brother.
Yeah. Because if somebody's tuning in, they're not tuning in to hear me. I want to hear about you. Yeah, what you got next after you leave that camp? What's next on the radar?
I'll be fighting in April. I know that much, but I don't know exactly where. I'm hoping it'll be Miami. Hopefully, me and Fowler will be on the same card because he's going for April as well. That's when they've told me the UFC. So just got to fucking sit and wait now. Sean Shelby didn't give too much away. So just training.
In the meantime, you know what I'd love to see? In the meantime, you know what I'd love to see?
What?
Fucking best of 3 takedowns between Oban and Mason, bro.
Oh, it's over.
I swear to God, I'd love to see that.
Like a wrestling match?
Wrestling match. Just best of 3. Just takedowns, though. Best of 3, bro.
But I'll probably fucking, I don't know.
He doesn't sound very confident, bro.
No, Oban, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Gilroy Wrestling, baby.
Yeah, you got some.
Mason has a lot of wrestling experience.
I never wrestled though.
Well, yeah. So, I'm not.
Oban's got some pretty good wrestling too. Hey, I trained with him the other day wrestling, and I was like, okay. After the practice,
I never wrestled.
I said, you got some good wrestling, bro.
Yeah. Do you actually think that on, or are you just fucking saying that now?
I mean that. I told you that after a hard ass workout the other night, bro.
Yeah.
I said somebody's teaching you some decent wrestling. That's what I said.
Nah, fair enough. I think I don't know. I got some WWE
Mason
style
moves.
I like to.
I'm not getting taken down by Welshman, bro.
No,
bro. Right, I was trying to be.
He's like, I was trying to be cool. I was trying
to be cordial here, Mason, but you haven't got a fucking chance, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm looking for it.
I was trying to be cordial because I'm the guest on your show. Maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Mason, I'm doing it. You don't want to do. You haven't got a chance, innit?
Fuck yeah.
We'll set it up.
We'll just have to wait and see now get the fucking call, get the opponent. Hopefully Miami, and away we go, boys.
Yeah, maybe me and Mason will make the trip, huh?
Yeah, you gotta make
the trip, innit?
You gotta do it, boys.
Yeah, we will.
All fucking UFC gym will be there. Ivan will be there. Tommy will be there. Be fucking sick, boys.
I hope.
Ivan.
I hope Ivan isn't there.
Even is fucked. You need to get even on the fucking podcast, bro.
Oh my god, bro. He ridiculous. No, he would act different because the camera was around, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
He'd be acting different when Tommy's around.
Literally 90% of the stuff that he would normally say, he couldn't say with a fucking camera rolling.
He couldn't.
We got to get that side out of him. Give him a couple shots before the podcast.
It would ruin everything about who people say he is.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Mason, you got belt promotions today?
I have to go right now. So you guys can wrap it up without me, yeah.
Okay.
We have a belt promotion at our gym that's starting in 5 minutes, and the gym's 20 minutes away.
Oh, you'll make it.
Oh,
and I have to be there. I'm supposed to get my first stripe on my black belt, but my coach is definitely going to forget.
Well, I hope you do, Mason. I hope you do.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. No, I want him to just not give it to me just so I can make him feel bad.
Nice.
Do you really want that stripe, Mason?
No.
But I got a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. That's good, isn't it?
No, that's good. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Not a black belt, but
yeah.
You're a brown belt? I didn't know that, Oban.
Yeah, I'm brown belt, bro.
Nice, man.
You got to hit Deron with that.
Oban does WWE moves, bro. Oban does WWE moves when he trains, bro. I swear to God.
I literally
crazy
do.
shit I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go for it.
All right, Mason.
Oban. You guys wrap up.
Yeah, nice one, Mason. Take care, bro.
All right, I see you guys
later,
bro. Buddy.
Take care, bro.
Obviously, like you're living a lot of fighters' dream right now, right? You got the call. You're in the UFC. That that journey is not all, it's lots of ups and lots of downs. I guess when you finally got that call, was that the moment where you're like, oh shit, it all worked out? Or did you have that feeling before that phone call, like in Cage Warriors or even before that, to where you're like, no, yeah, I'm actually on the right path? Because I'd imagine there's a lot of dudes that are like, shit, man, I'm working a full-time job and I'm showing up, all beat to shit. Am I doing the right thing? Like, this is what I want to do, but is this actually the right thing for me to be doing? Did you have a moment where you're like, yep, this is it right here?
Yeah, that's insane. You asked that because I 1,000,000% did, and as a really good question. Like in two parts, I never enjoyed being in Cage Warriors, and I probably should have. I probably should have been a bit more grateful of the position I was in. But since I was a little kid, I had one dream, one goal, and that was to be a UFC fighter, a UFC champion. I don't know what it was. I had a burning desire to be that. Didn't want to be anything else. Everything I did in life was all to prepare me to hopefully one day becoming a UFC fighter. And that's why a lot of my fights, especially early on, I tried to make them as spectacular as possible to catch the eye of the UFC earlier. And it kind of bit me in the ass when it did. So that's when you spoke about the decisions, I just thought, just got to keep racking up the wins, just fuck what it looks like for a minute, get that record up. Because I want to be in the UFC. And I remember the day I got the fight with Brito on the Contender Series. That was the moment where I was like, it's like, say, I don't know, you're digging a hole. It's just the same dirt you see, and then you eventually hit like the fucking, you know what I mean? Like you hit the chest. Yeah. You hear the wood, you hit like boom. It sounds different, and you're like, oh my god! And when I got the fucking match come through for the Contender Series, that was the moment. It just kind of changed my life as soon as I read it off my manager's phone, and that's just kind of And then when I went out to Vegas, because I made a promise to myself, I never wanted to go to America unless it was for a fight, my fight. I didn't want it to be for anything other than that. And when I first got on the plane to America, I was finally touched down in America for that reason. It's just like a really, I don't know, it's like a chapter of my life ended there. I finally realized that it was all worth it, and whatever happens from here on out is a bonus, if anything. And to get that, get the contract in the UFC was just a step up from when I got the call to be on the Contender Series. That was a step up, getting that contract. Just so fucking proud. Didn't want to sleep because I was so happy with my reality. I didn't want to sleep. I didn't want it to not. Do you know what I mean? Every time I go to put my head on the pillow, I couldn't sleep. And then to win your first fight, amazing. To win your second fight, amazing. But then I haven't had I want a highlight reel. I need the fucking highlight. And then Madison Square Garden comes in, and then that's the day I get the highlight reel. I didn't get it on my debut. Didn't get it in Manchester. It's like it was already fucking written, man. Mm-hmm. And just now in the turn of this year, now it's like I'm not sleeping on my successes, because I feel like if you sleep on your success, you wake up on, you sleep at a win, you wake up on a loss. Mm-hmm. And in the turn of the new year, to have an opportunity to come out here, out of my comfort zone, with the best fighters in the world, I feel like that's given me a new, it's like going to level me up again. I always want to be getting better, but at the same time being grateful. I want to level up again, and now I'm here. There's no way I'm not going to level up from this, and I'm just so excited for my future now. I believe in myself. I'm not just a kid with the dream who's fucking happy to be in the UFC now. I feel like I'm one of the fucking best in the world, and I'll fucking show it now. You know what I mean? And I'm out here proving it to myself, and I can't wait for my next one. And long may it fucking continue.
That was so extremely well said. Thank you for that.
No, that's all right, man.
Yeah. And so this is going to be a hard question for multiple people to understand. only because I'm not a UFC fighter. Somebody listening, they're not a UFC fighter, but we can implement this in every aspect of our lives. You just said that you're not sleeping with the win because you're going to wake up with the loss. You had knockout of the night in Madison Square Garden. How do you still stay hungry to continue for more? You have a lot of success right now. Dude, if you said, you know what, guys, I don't want to fight anymore. That's my highlight reel. All of us would be like, dude, you're fucking badass. That's so cool. I can't believe you did that. But that's not good enough for you. How do you stay motivated to continue to strive for more?
Because, and that's another fucking brilliant question there. But at that, you've always got to try and smell the roses. Always. So you've always got to appreciate your successes. And I do a really good job of that because I do everything I can. I celebrate it. I relax. I fucking watch it a million times. I talk to all my loved ones about it. And I celebrate and I appreciate my success. I like to reflect and look back and think, fuck, look how far I've come. And it's like there's a window, I find. There's a window where you've got to really, like when you see fighters, like some great fighters, they come out and they have this, and they're like, oh yeah, but I could have been better, like an arrogant tone to them. Well, I could have been better. That was all right. I appreciate what I've done because it's never going to be picture perfect on the night. Fucking, to be honest, my last fight kind of was, but it's never going to be picture perfect. You've got to be grateful for the position you're in. And how I can strive for more is because I appreciate that. I celebrate it and I'm grateful for it. And the more grateful you are for things, I feel like you attract more good things. So once I'm done celebrating that win, I like box it up. I like put it on the mantelpiece. Thank you. I like look at it. I'm like, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. And then I sit there and I think, right, well, that was a Madison Square Garden highlight reel knockout. Let's do that on the main card next time. Let's do that on the main card next time. Let's take it up another level altogether. And not just, and just take it up and just take it to the fucking moon. You know what I mean? And step by step, appreciate everything along the way because another saying, you got to shake everybody's hand on the way up because you'll see them on the way back down. So I appreciate everybody who's there with me as I'm coming up. And then you just kind of box it off. You put it there and you go again. You got to just like back to the drawing board, like kind of this opportunity. I keep talking about it to come out here and do a 3-week camp with these fighters. It's a perfect way for me to reset, take myself out of the comfort zone and aspire for new levels, and my next fight, I think it is going to be on the main card of probably another pay-per-view event. And just like every opportunity that's been presented to me so far, especially now, I'm not going to let it slip through my fingers. I'm going to grab it by the horns, and I want to make next time even more spectacular and impress myself even more and make myself more proud. I want to squeeze every bit of fucking juice out of this game as possible.
Yeah, man. Again, very, very well said. I appreciate that so much. Last thing for me, and again, this is more of a selfish question that I'm trying to pull to get answers for myself to implement everywhere in life. But yeah. I've been in the in the locker room a couple times before, like some amateur fights, and I can just feel the tension in the room. I can feel how scared that dude is compared to that dude, and me. I'm just sitting there like as a photographer or whatever it is at that time, and I'm nervous. My palms get sweaty, and I'm freaking out. I'm not fighting anybody. So I can't imagine what that's like going in. Although I have competed in jiu-jitsu, it's not even close. I'm not even going to try to act like it is. But for yourself, and then Deron, I would love to hear your take on this as well. I've probably asked you this multiple times by now, but that lead up, walking to the arena in the back, in the green room, in the locker room, you're about to go fight somebody. What's going through your mind, and how do you stay calm if you do stay calm, or whatever that term is? how do you just hold it together, knowing that, like, okay, I'm going to go out there and that guy's going to try to knock my head off. I need to stay, I got to stick to what it is that I know, that I've been training on, all this and that. But again, how do you hold it together to go out there, perform, and win a fight? Because I, in my opinion, I can't imagine any sport, I'll say in sports, anything more difficult than that, right? Obviously, in the world, there's a lot of uglier things than going out and fighting in a greed match. I'm not gonna try to say like this is like actual war or anything, but in sports, I can't imagine anything more difficult than what you both have done and will continue to do.
Do you want to go first down, or should I go?
I'll go just to switch up the tempo a little bit.
Yeah, go on.
Go. So for me, it's two things. One is you have the most confidence, or you can always lean on your confidence leading in that moment into a fight when you know you've prepared the right way. That's maybe if I can give you the number one answer you'll get from high level athletes is confidence in their preparation. So whenever you do start feeling that feeling of nervous, like, oh shit, what did I get myself into? You can always know and think back like, well, I pushed so hard this camp. I did everything right. I know that I took care of what I could on my end. Now we just go out there and scrap. Now, for me, we might have talked about this. I know I talked to Roberto about it. I always dreaded that moment when the person who worked for the fighting, whoever, if there's the UFC, whatever, they come back and they go, hey, you're walking in 7. Hey, Winn, you're walking in 7 minutes. And you're like, fuck, bro, because there's no turning back. There's no wait, hold on. There's nothing. You have to walk in 7 minutes because they got a production to go, right? So that would give me anxiety. That would be like overwhelming for me. So for me, what I would do, because experience is everything, is during camp, I would force myself to think about that moment. I'm on the way to training. I think about it. I'm sitting at home at night eating dinner. I'd start thinking about it, and I'd allow myself to get those butterflies and that anxiety, so that just like anything, the more you do something, the better you're at it, right? So I would get to where hopefully it wasn't overwhelming when I got that whenever that lady or that man came back and said, hey, Winn, you're walking in 7 minutes, I could be like, okay, I've prepared for this. So it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing for preparing for the fight. I would get nervous when that happened. And I knew that for me, when I wake up, I'm nervous. People are texting me. I can't wait for the fight. I'm excited. I'm like, I fucking can wait for the fight. I hope it takes forever to get here. I'm warming up, or I'm getting my shakeout in the morning. I'm nervous. I'm warming up. I'm nervous. For me, when they call me, I'm nervous. When I'm walking out, I'm nervous. When I got into the cage, only when I got into the cage, I was like, okay, let's rock. But before that, I prepared myself in another way mentally, so I wouldn't be overwhelmed when they were like, hey, Deron Winn, you're walking in 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about you,
It's insane you've said that. I do the exact same thing. I think about getting to the change when they put the tape on the gloves as another one. When they tape the gloves, and yeah, when it's coming to that time, I think about the bus over. I think about going down, like say you got a meet in the lobby for, I don't know, 5 o'clock. I think about, waiting for that. I think about all the stuff that's just like uneasy. And another thing I like to do, especially now, if I'm thinking about my opponent, when I get to the hotel, I look for him. I literally look for him. I'm like, right, fuck it. I'm just going to go and actually see who I'm fighting. And this is where I kind of blend into a different mentality of it all. Because once I see him, I like to shake his hand and I kind of see him, see his energy, see his mannerisms. And then I just see a man. Then it's like, you've got this big spectacle. You've got this big show around you. But really all you're doing is you're just fighting one man. You're not fighting Tom Aspinall actually told me this. You're not fighting the occasion, you're fighting your opponent. And my opponent is just a man. And he weighs the fucking same as me. He's roughly the same experience as me. This is just a shootout. And the way I see it, like we all concentrate on winning our fights. Most of my camp, I concentrate on winning the fight before the fight. I think, well, I'm not going to be, if it's a shootout, like a Western shootout, and we're both looking at each other holding the gun, look, with a gun in our hand, right? I want to be the guy who's looking at them, cool, you know, like on the films, like super cool, laid back. Like, look at this guy, he doesn't give a fuck. And I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh shit, you know, hands are shaking, scared. I want to be the guy who's cold and his heart rate hasn't skipped a beat. I think about that a lot, and being that guy who's just ice cold with it. And of course, then you get them butterflies, but you got to kind of just embrace them at that point. And when I'm in the changing room, just before I walk, I think I'm not being more nervous than this guy. That's the way I see it. I just be like, I'm not being more nervous than him. I'm gonna do everything.
He's nervous too.
Yeah, he's feeling exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I just think like, well, if there's two of us here, and he's the one who's fucking shitting himself, and I'm the one who's just laid back, like I've won from the get-go. You know what I mean? I try and win that. I focus on winning that fight probably more than because like Darren says, as soon as you get in the cage, it's literally it's almost underwhelming because you're just in a cage and you can hear voices, you can see the stains, you can see like it's just a building with seats and a cage.
It's a little cool breeze generally.
Yeah.
You feel almost naked because you have shorts on and you don't have a shirt on and everyone's watching you but you can't really see too far off the cage because the lighting in the cage. So you really do just feel like you're in there alone with this dude, you know? Yeah,
and that's it then. And I just feel like if you've conquered that journey in the lead up to it, you know, when you get in the cage, I don't know. I like to see it like I want a big brother in. I want to is it domineering? I want to like
dominate.
But in a way, like I had Basil in the clinch. Like for example, like my last fight, I say like, oh, well done, Basil. Like, oh, I'm almost belittling him. Like, oh, well done, Basil. Like for making weight, well done, Basil. I had him up against the fence. The round one ended, and I'm like, I said, well done, Basil, well done. I'm like trying to let him know, like
you're baby broing
him. That's what I like to do with it all, and not in a dickhead way, but I'm like, I'm not gonna come all the way here with a lifelong dream and then struggle with the whole fucking occasion that I've been training for just because a little bit of nerves. This is my event, and I'm just gonna like fucking nuggy my opponent the way through it. That's the way I like to kind of see it all. And then when you're in the changing room, then I just tell myself that really, and I've told myself it that much now to the point where I'm more nervous fight week than I even am on fucking. As soon as I get to the arena, I'm fucking sound now, no problem. It's insane. You got the butterflies, but they're good butterflies. It's like a fight or flight butterflies. They're not like, oh, I'm scared. It's more like a focus now. I feel like I managed to get myself in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So my boy Chris that listens to this show, he loves the fact that like when, you know, we're talking about competing in the UFC and then I throw my, you know, name in the hat and I talk about competing at Jiu-Jitsu World League. But Deron, what you were saying about like being able to see stuff, that was the first thing I noticed when I competed the first time. Was I'm used to like, you know, rolling with somebody and there's usually like, you know, we're in a small, you know, mat and I can see a wall behind that person. The first time I competed, I looked at my opponent. I'm like, oh shit, there's an entire arena behind him. Like, this is uncomfortable. This is really weird. But I just want to throw that in there because it's an inside joke and my buddy thinks it's funny. That's
it's so true though. It's different because then it's almost like I don't even know how to explain it, but like the first person view, you know what I mean? Like your POV and then the back is blurry, you know what I mean? But you know that there's a lot of people out there. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know what's going on. You just know that he's right there. And I guess the same for jiu-jitsu, the ref's right there and your coaches are right there. And everything else is like a fucking tornado, bro. You know?
Yeah. But no,
Yeah, honestly, my last fight, boys. Sorry to fucking. Honestly, I felt so calm.
That's cool, man.
Like so fucking good. Like in the cage, like the week, like the fight day. Oh god, I was like Deron said about. Oh god, I'm like, this can wait. Like as if I'm doing this, and then when you get dressed, you feel yourself, shape up your beard, fucking get dressed, go to the arena, see the seats. Yeah. Wow, enjoy it then. I bully myself into enjoying it, and it's working.
One of the coolest things about fighting and preparing for a fight or competition, and it doesn't matter what it is, you're generally the best version of yourself. You're generally the highest version of yourself. Mm-hmm. I tell people that's like one of the coolest things about chasing a dream or chasing success or chasing a win is at that moment when you compete, you're the most optimal version of yourself throughout the year. And generally you're only that version for a couple days, you know, 3 times a year. You know what I mean? And that's one of the coolest parts. And just like you said, feeling yourself, you know, you're in the best shape, your fucking jawline's going, you got your fucking abs popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got a haircut, you look good, you got your UFC gear on, you're walking out, you're like, I'm the fuck, listen to some fucking your favorite music on your headphones. You're like, I'm the fucking man, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
That's fucking cool, man.
That's right. That's right.
Sincerely appreciate both of you guys for making time out there in camp in Germany. Really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you listening. If you dig today's episode, let us know. Drop that comment, hit a like, and for sure subscribe if you're not already, whether that be YouTube or Spotify. Every one of those things helps the show like immensely. It's like crazy how easy it is for you to do that and how much it helps us out. But Oban, where can people find you and just get some more information about like, you know, again, like where you're going to be at and that sort of thing?
Yeah, probably my Twitter or my Instagram, just Oban Elliott, my full name. I'm on Twitter, Oban Elliott UFC, because I got banned on my old one. And there's actually, I don't know if whoever's listening is the UFC just made a documentary about me. They like the cameras came out and followed me for a day. If you want to check that out on YouTube or whatever, you're more than welcome. If you want to get to know me, but just thank you for having me on, mate. I appreciate the kind words about me.
Yeah, thanks Andrew for dealing with us, bro.
Anytime.
Cheers, Andrew, brother.
Sure. And thanks, Oban, for coming on, bro. It's I think this is going to be a good episode with a lot of hits, and we'll just keep it going. All right,
cool, man. See you guys soon.
All right, see you, boys.
Cheers, boys.